Hello, everybody, and welcome to the CivFR of Squadrons. Oh my god, I totally forgot about that one. Well, I did have quite a few things to handle before the stream, and I was like, woo, like so excited to start up this week again. I was looking, of course, at how to say, quite a few things around, especially those points coming around for the CivFR squadrons. I just want to click on buttons over here to get into the correct slot, and of course go ahead with this. Good evening, Rafifi, thank you so much for joining. I am so sorry about earlier. I didn't realize that I actually was well, early with half an hour. Glad to see you got that first promotion up, and of course I do have to say thank you so much, Trojan man. Oh man, I wanna hug you, bro. So I'm so sorry for earlier. I hope you understand. I'm so sorry. Of course, welcome back. See, know me. Good evening, son. And also, can you give me motivation to start up my new satisfactory save? Struggling pre-call like always. Motivation. Wait, you want some just advices or just motivation? Okay, quick motivation. I would say every time you actually start up a new map, it's a new way to actually get good at the game, because you learn from your past experiences and you're gonna do better. It's always gonna be better than the last one. Let's see. Also, we do have Salty Capybara in the house. Hello there, and welcome, ma'am. I do hope you're gonna enjoy your time with us tonight, and of course you're gonna like the French play against each other. Mighty Stravos, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yes, indeed, we do have quite a few changes in BBG that do sound a lot better than the normal gameplay, and of course one of the changes was Kublai China gets one extra charge with BBG, and also it gets +1 science, +1 culture for each of its international trade routes. Also, Harley the Spider, welcome, sir, and good evening. I really hope you're gonna like the music indeed. Glad to know you like the music. Kenzie Lol, good evening, sir, and welcome. Yes, I do have to agree, Kublai China is a very good civilization here. And Fel, yay, bom dia, senor, how are you doing? There was Tango Rango also coming up here. Good evening, sir, and welcome. Indeed, perfect time to pull up a game yourself. Well, I do hope you're going to tell us what you did there. Also, I'm ready for a good match. Woo! Yes, indeed. Let's actually take a look at what's going on here in the lobby. We do have everybody joining up, and it looks like on one side we do have SunBro, Distoria, 12, and Mikado coming up today for, I think, BlackPitre, if I'm not mistaken. And then on the other side, on Lucky Nuke, we got Matharz, Trololo, Nuke, and Salto tonight for them. I do want to also give over here, take a look at the season 10 rankings. The first division, we're in the first division, and we do need to quickly take a look over here while they do everything that they do, what they need to do there. Let me actually take a look. There we go. So in the standing screen, can I make this smaller? I can make this smaller. Okay. Smaller, there we go. No, it's like this, right? I need to put it like this and like this. Okay, there we go. So we got on the first place over here Ulysses coming up with 10 wins and 1 loss. Freitas de la Vega coming up with 9 and 2. BlackPitre coming up with 7 and 4. It's extremely important what they're gonna do today. Of course, it will cement the lead in the third place, and we're going to need to see what others will do. They are tied at the moment with the SAS team, and they do need to get going. Also, Raider Bob, the music is awesome. You make it? Yes, sir. I do make all of the music. It did. Well, I do try as much as possible to pay attention to the music I do, and then unfortunately the stream kind of caught up a lot with me, so it takes a lot of my time, so I don't have that much time to do music. But when I do, I try to be okay. Well, what did I not do in the last few months? You know, like I need to nail that. I do hope you're going to enjoy it. Also, Petra, Rafifi is sending us, Petra is actually clown. Okay, interesting. Lucky Nuke comes up with the last over here with 0 and 11, so you might say BlackPitre is definitely the ones that are going to be the team that is going to be favored in this matchup. They do need, and I'm pretty sure Lucky New here definitely want to get at least one score on the board, and you can imagine the upset it will bring to BlackPitre's score here. Coming up in the staging room, we do have In the map pool choices, 7 Seas, Terra map, and the Tilted Axis coming up as their choices. Terra map is actually Pangea with classic ridges, if I'm not mistaken. That's what they called it. And of course, we do know they have to pick something. Thank you so much, Muzi Jat, and of course, welcome to the stream, sir. I do hope the quality is up there. It should be up there. I do hope SAS team stays in the top 4. That would be a shame if they couldn't welcome them in the CWC. Yeah, indeed, SAS team would need to go there. Tilted axis, woo-wee! 3B Rex, good evening, sir, and welcome, guys, welcome. 7C, it's gonna be a choice between the 7 Seas and Terra map. Of course, I would definitely say Pangea. It's 7 Seas or Pangea. And we do need to see what they're gonna pick. Classic Ridge is coming up on. It is gonna be 7 Seas. Okay, they went for the bigger map. We're gonna see if it's gonna be a bigger game. Let me actually put up on the buttons here. There we go. I click button and it turned that off. I do need to double check if there is something over here. No. It's all good now. Okay. Definitely, we'll see how that develops. Now we do have Nuke coming up with the ban phase 4, with the ban picks actually for Lucky Nuke, and then Mikado is going to be with the one on the buttons for BlackPitre. I do have to say the lineup coming up from BlackPitre is definitely a very good one. We did see most of these players showing up in multiple tournaments, and they have a lot of experience on them. I'm not actually that familiar with the lineup from Lucky Nuke, but that's one thing that we definitely need to keep on watching. And because they did end up in the CivFR Squadrons Division 1, they got a lot of experience, good experience, really quickly on them. Even if they lost a lot of games, I do believe their overall score in their overall skill did increase considerably in the past season, and that is extremely important. Even if they don't do they can do this season, the next season they will be much better. You've seen Tuvu Montingi, man, oh man, those guys are on fire. We do have them also playing up to tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, against Ulysses. We got Eleanor coming up from England. Looks like it's gonna take up the first ban slot. Coupe is gonna be the second one. We got Russia coming up on the third. And 3 more choices to go on the right side. Okay, then we're going the ban phase. I'm really looking for the picks. A really quick shout out to Peter O. Hello there, sir. Good evening. Small soldiers. Woo! How you doing, Ben? Welcome, sir. Warface. Hello. Long time no see. Good evening, sir, and welcome. All Triangle 8 also. Good evening, sir. 7 Seas, my favorite map. How they need to pick Dido and Khmer, and I'll be ecstatic. Ooh, both of those on the same team? Are they going to be on the same team? That's the question, right? Being on the same team, that's going to be awesome. Can never understand why Khmer doesn't get picked more often on this map. That's a good one, actually. I would definitely see Khmer being played a lot more. I think it's mostly because the players don't think they have that many rivers, and of course we do know that Khmer does thrive on the rivers, so maybe that's one. Also, really quick, which players on which teams? Oh, soldiers, I'm gonna go through them again. We got Nuke, Salto, Trololo, and Matharz coming up for Lucky Nuke. On the other side, SunBro, 12, Distoria, and Mikado are gonna come up for BlackPitre. Yeah, there aren't that many. Yeah, there are not that many rivers. But of course, Khmer does have a river bias, as far as I know, and it should actually end up on some form of river network somewhere. Well, we're gonna need to check that out sometime. Also, if you guys don't know, this is a message, of course, for the Frenchies. Today, I believe it's one of the first streams of Pulp. If you guys don't know her, she's a very well-known player coming up from the CivFR community. She has led the CWC for a few seasons, and she is also I would say a very good chess player. If you guys want to give her a shout out, I believe it is, let me actually take a look over here. I think it was Pulp. Just give me a second over here. Yeah, Francais. She's actually speaking in French, so There we go. Shout out, big shout out to Paul, just starting up her streaming. I think it's the first time that she's actually commenting on a game. It is Le Barbapa Painter versus Anywhere Out of the World. That's the team she's actually streaming right now. Bex, bom dia, bom dia. Good evening, sir. Hello there. Also Eddie Coffin, but the aqueduct bonus to though. Someone like Hungary can also do well on 7 Seas since the river bias is decently high. Yeah, exactly. We do have over here 3 more choices taken out of the game. It looks like Victoria did end up here. We got Mali and we got Norway. That means we do have quite a few options for the players to go for in that how to say in the naval side. We're gonna have Australia, we're gonna have Indonesia, we're gonna have Dido open for them to pick, and of course we do need to see what they're gonna choose here. Portugal, yeah, Portugal. Oh my god, yes, indeed, Portugal. Oh man, did you see how much it mattered in the 2v2 final? Portugal just giving them the gold over there. It was incredible, unbelievable. And of course, we do have Nuke over here actually picking up Portugal. Totally forgot about it. Can you imagine? There are so many civs in the game, man. So many civs. Of course, Mikado and Distoria will need to pick. Oh, Japan showing up for sure. Tokimune. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like Australia being picked up by Distoria. I definitely think that's one of the strongest over here. Looks like he's not. He's gonna surprise us. He's gonna go for Trajan, the Roman leader, with the free monuments coming up with Code of Laws. We do need to see how he's gonna end up getting to that nice and juicy how to say cartography, and at the same time at mercenaries. So we do have him with a lot of possibilities. Very good simmer Rome over here. It's usually one of the best simmers, but of course we're going to need to see how it is going to be played. I love the Mongol Rush over the weekend. Oh, yes, Zex1134, indeed. That Mongol Rush was amazing. Can you imagine sitting on 50 science and making so much of an impact on all over the map? Just because you just send hordes and hordes and hordes of units against them. Oh, man, you know what? That resembled like a Hydra Rush or like a Zerling Rush in StarCraft. At the moment you just send bad units to your opponent and see what happens. Your opponent is getting technology. They're trying to get, you know, their spaceships out. You know? And then you have like 20 Zerlings running around the map there. Taking out players. Yeah, exactly, right? Anyway, we do have China over here coming up as the 4th choice. Kublai China. Woo! We talked about it. There we go. We got Kublai China in the house. And of course, we're going to need to see what the next 4 bands will be. It looks like they want to take out the Montezuma over here. I'm actually quite surprised. So they're letting in Canada, they're letting in Cree, they're letting in Australia, and they're not picking it. Wait, what is this happening here? Wait, what? Just play Persia and build Immortals. Yeah, I was actually thinking if it would be like, is it better to call Zerg Rush or Hydra Rush? Because it, you know, it kind of feels like it's a Hydra Rush, not because it's ranged and because there's also squishy. Yeah, to be fair, come on, let's face it, Hydras are kind of squishy. I feel an Egypt or the Netherlands in complete Portugal Kublai duo. Egypt, I think, yes. Netherlands, I'm not so certain. There aren't that many players that really like the meta on Netherlands right now. They just don't want to play with it. It's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh. So it looks like we got Hungary coming up as the 8th choice. I was admiring what Salty was giving us as a picture over here in my Discord. Oh my god, that's just awesome. That just looks awesome. I gotta say that. Oh man, the grass, you know, only a few flowers, I guess a few standing flowers would have been better there, but it's just awesome. We got the goals taken out. We got Dido taken out. So that means Australia is still in. Ooh, why do I keep saying Australia? And come on. And like that Australian rush, the 10 43, 10 46 caravels, it's just sitting in my head right there. Of course, there's a lot of pressure for the players to go for a lot of gold when they go there. But usually it does pay off tenfold. We do need to see what 12 or what BlackPitre overall are gonna do. You've heard from the players actually during the weekend. The players are discussing always, and of course there's quite a bit of a difference between each of the teams when it comes to what they want to do in the pick and ban phase and what kind of civilizations they're going to pick versus other teams. We do have versus the map versus counter picks and so on. We do have them actually going for pound maker at the moment, and I'm pretty sure they're trying somehow to get a balance between what they like and what they need to go for this map. Sometimes actually the players go a little bit too much towards what they like and not what they need to do, and because of that it sometimes causes a little bit of an unbalance in the pick phase. Of course there are players that actually shine a lot. Oh my god, they just outshine everybody with their most preferred picks. And they do manage to score the victory with them, even though that particular civilization is not that high in the picks of the players, of the majority of the players. Grafzabelli, hello there, sir, and welcome. Indonesia too. Yeah, I do hope they're actually gonna pick Indonesia. Yeah, they let Indonesia in, and Seven Seas is a map that does allow you to play with Indonesia. But no, they're gonna go for the culture push here, and Matharz is gonna go Wilfred Laurier. Of course, actually, there's a bit of an issue here with Wilfred Laurier because it can't be defended. You gotta do quite a few early moves, and at the same time you gotta pay attention to your mid to late game. Sometimes the maps does make quite a bit of a choice for you, and you have to be extremely careful how you're gonna play it out. You've seen how for example, very experienced players, what they managed to do in the 2v2s, in the 4v4 actually that we saw on Saturday from the CCC. They did manage to get what, 876 culture on Pericles, turn 65 or something like that. Can you imagine? Wow! Whoa, Khmer. We got Khmer in the house. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god, this is, if I had one of those, oh, I didn't need to get one of those, you know, the bells that you need to ring at hotels. Ting, 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 ting. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I need to get one of those. How do I get one of those? Java 1 the 7th coming up over here from SunBro. And definitely we're gonna need to see what it's gonna look like. I do want to manage the prediction here, and of course put how many remaps. We're only gonna have a 5-minute submissions, but of course you guys know that it's gonna be 7 seas. You guys know the civilizations here. Let's see what they're actually gonna go for, and if they want to go for a remap or not. It's already over for Lucky Nuke. I'm biased towards Khmer. Oh, I see how it is. Well, you know, put your points, man. Put your points over there. Let's see. We got 4 minutes and a half for the prediction. And of course, we're going to need to see what the spawns are going to look like. But I do want to leave it like this, because sometimes it's quite easy, I would say, to predict. This actually adds a little bit of uncertainty to the vote, and I think that's actually a good one. You know, it's all fun and games. You want to put some points, you want to see if you win or not. If it's amazing if you win, it doesn't matter if you don't, so it is what it is. Coastal Scythia with harbors, that actually might be a good one. So I gotta point out about Scythia, it still retains its +5 against wounded units, and at the same time it still gets the heal. Yes, you have a few issues because you're not really a sim civilization, but after the Kurgan did get improved, it did manage to do quite a few spectacular sims. So well, good sims, not really spectacular. I just wanted to say the word there. So I'm expecting quite a few interesting things from Scythia as well. There is on the Seven Seas, there's not a guarantee that you're gonna get to fight coastally. You might end up just being on the river somewhere next to a mountain or on a one-tile lake or something like that, pretty far away from the coast. Oh my god. Oh man, I gotta say this is one of the periods coming up in Romania over here in which we have ish temperature, like it's not really cold enough, but it's not really high enough. So it's like you have differences of temperature from the day to the night. At night it ends up being like 5 degrees, 10 degrees, and then during the day you have like 25, 30. It's quite a thank you guys, thank you so much. It's quite a bit of a difference, and unfortunately that actually causes quite a few, you can imagine, quite a few issues. I do hope I'm not actually gonna get a cold here. I'm doing my best to get my vitamins up and getting that vitamin C in my blood so it can supercharge my immune system. Hopefully it's gonna hold. Hopefully. Ooh. Too hot for proper heating, too cold to not freeze your toes off. Yeah, well, basically. Yeah, it's all over the place. What can I say? It's this is September, and well, this is October now, actually. Oh my god, I got like 1 week, 2 more weeks until my birthday. Ooh wee! La 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 la. I'm probably gonna. Well, I guess I'm gonna need to think about what I'm gonna do during my birthday. We'll see. Hello, Frosty Unicorn, and good evening, sir, and welcome. Ozdemir Berg, also good evening, sir, and welcome. Hello there, sir. Welcome. Okay, let's check out what's going on around the map here. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Oh, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. 6 bonus. Mikado, just stay in place, bro. I know you don't see everything here, but you gotta stay in place. Oh my god, he doesn't know it, and he might actually just move off the forest. No, that's like the worst mistake ever. Check this out, guys. He has 6 plantations and of course 5 plantations in a camp here that he could improve and get that +1 food, +1 gold per each trade route. Can you imagine that? That's 6 food, 6 gold over here. There we go. He sat in his place. Make you see, watch it. Oh man, you know, this is actually like Cree on steroids. This is gonna be Cree on steroids. We're gonna have to see how he's actually gonna develop all of his other cities, and of course I do hope he's gonna improve all of those quite early when he's gonna get those juicy trade routes. Oh my god, this is gonna be quite amazing. Mikado over here, I'm sure he is aware of all of the bonuses from Cree, and he's gonna try to use them as much as possible. Has an amazing second settle over here directly on that cattle tile. Get the other 2 twos, get a nice and decent campus, and of course you do see the mountain range over here to the southeast. I'm pretty sure he's happy. We got an Ochitao coming up in 4. He does have a decent amount of cities to work with. Fortunately for him, the only bad thing about this is this. Pokrovka. Like, really? Oh man, Trololo coming up with Scythia, and look at that, he is actually on the land. He doesn't have harbors, and he does have an insane goddess of the hunt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 5 camps in his capital that he can improve and get that +1 food and +1 production. Really good question over here. Let's see, Civ drinking game. Oh wait, really? I mean, I don't know if I should do that. Oh man, let's see. He has no reasons to move. Indeed. Okay, 9 gold plus food, easy. Wait, it's 3. Also, what improvements does Cree benefit from? First of all, he benefits from +1 of gold and +1 food for each of the pastures or camps in the capital city that you send a trade out to. And of course, wait, no, The trade routes benefit from +1 food, +1 gold at their end destination. So if you send the trade routes from all of the other cities to a city that has a lot of patches and camps, you're gonna get just as many gold and food points extra over the normal ones. You can get just some insane trade routes over here. He also benefits from the Mickey Wap, which is an improvement, unique improvement, which does get extra gold from the amenities, or I should say luxury resources, and then you do get the food coming up from normal bonus resources, if I'm not mistaken. Also some very nice housing. Yeah. We do have Rome coming up over here with a 2-2 base. I do see he does have coffee tile to the west side. A few more coffee tiles to the north. He's going directly for that hut. Again, not coastal. He's not going to get to put boats in the water for some time. We're going to need to see if he's actually going to want to go full coastal here. He can stay off the coast by the looks of his land to the east side and not be bothered by it. Of course, I do really like actually that second settle over there next to those coffee tiles. He has some horses to work and quite a nice harbor over there. Unfortunately, it is 3 vectors of attack city, and that is going to be quite dangerous. We do need to see what the others are going to do over here. And of course, I just took a peek over here on the Kublai China spawn. He's right on the peninsula. It's actually quite crazy how it is. A little... too little land, I would say. Too little land. The land between Cree and Scythia looks miserable to defend in. Yeah, it's so open. This is unbelievably open. But the good thing is, quote unquote, there is a possibility for them not to meet each other, so they might not know where they are on the map. They might not make a decision for the remap because of that. And we do have Ottawa coming up with a 3-1 base, 2 copper tiles in the capital. I see a lot of civil tiles also, and by the looks of it, he can actually go for religious idols if he wants to. Hasn't been some time actually since we've seen Canadian players go for Goddess of the Hunt, go for religious idols. Other than that, he does have 2 deer tiles, definitely a good placement for his Temple of Artemis. And the fresh water does come from a lake over here. Could go for the inland sea and make trade routes with... no, he can't actually. For your document, this is off limits. The northern coast is off limits. He's gonna make. He's gonna have to make do with the tundra he has in the south here, without trying to put coastal cities to the north. Not that big of a problem, but honestly, I'm not really fond of this. Honestly. It just looks like he's gonna have to make so many sacrifices along the way to get his perfect sim up, to get that culture, to get that tourism going, that it might not make sense. At least he does have a good appeal, but that's so late game. He might die to Japan way earlier. Also Roman Etemenanki, let's go. Wait, did you see an Etemenanki? Oh, yeah, that could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Oh my god, the second one, the second city over here would be awesome as Etemenanki. 3-2 bananas to work, 1 3s. That is gonna be amazing if he does manage to get one here. Let's take a look at Japan. We do have him with an extra culture coming up from the coffee tile. I do see a 1-3 to the west of him, and 4 10s for another settler. He can put it down to the north on that other coffee tile, getting that amenity going, or of course try to go to the south over here towards his opponent. He doesn't know about Canada yet, and he's gonna try to scout it out. This is Distoria playing Japan. Very good simmer, very good war player. We do need to expect a lot of good things coming up from his plays over here. Japan, I guess this is more than decent land, I would say. A lot of good mountains. He's not going to be shy from the coast. He has the +5 on the coast, so he's going to be fine. I do notice on the east side, I guess he's going to stay away a little bit from the east side, but he could actually take on Portugal if he wanted to. Might be interesting for him to put a few cities on the east coast, try to do some war moves, but I'm also certain that he can just sit on his inland lake and try to go against Canada without needing to worry about a naval fight anywhere. We're turn 8, by the way, guys. We got 2 more spawns to go, and of course we're gonna need to figure out if they want to remap this or not. Angor Tom coming up with his river, quite a few rivers also for him to develop his city zone. I can't say he has a lot of food though. He's gonna be fine. Still, those holy sites are gonna give him the extra food. He can get feed the world if he wants to, and of course put a lot of use, I should say, river goddess. Put a lot of holy sites next to the rivers and use that pantheon. Very quickly on Portugal as well. Okay, fresh water from the river, from the lake. He does have a +4 campus to the north, quite a few 2-2s here. And I do see a +3 harbor. Not insane, not amazing, but definitely can work. The biggest problem here for Portugal, he doesn't have anyone to trade with. This is gonna be internal trade route Portugal, and it is gonna be quite sad. Who is to the north over here? Not even Cahokia. Oh my god, look at that Cahokia, just sending one off the coast. Oh, that's just nasty, bro. Beijing coming up probably with the first pantheon of the day. Dies is gonna be his choice of a tile to work at the beginning. He does have a 4-1 fish tiles with actually 2 fish in the capital. Nuke here does have a very strong opening. Unfortunately, not a lot of lands to settle in, and it does look like, yeah, they went for the remap. It's surprising actually, and we didn't see Matharz over here ask his teammates for a remap, but I think none of them actually saw what was going on. Oh well, it is what it is. Good evening, Daisuke. Good evening, sir, and welcome. Yeah, just in time, sir. Just in time. Sad merchant noises. Yeah, indeed. Oh, did they meet? Oh, they did. No, I don't think they met. Or maybe they did. I don't know where Trololo scout was. Oh, give me a quick second over here while we load in. We might actually have a relobby anyway.
From the first stirrings of life beneath water, to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on.
Okay, there we go. I'm back. I'm sorry. Really needed to go. Okay, we got everybody loading. Wait, I actually got here before everybody loaded in? What? Okay. Well, who was the last one? Somebody was the last one there. It is what it is. It's fine. It's fine. We got this, boys. We got this. Yeah, exactly. Ale. Let's see. What do we have here? Scythia coming up on the west side. Trololo with, well, a possible coastal settle. I would definitely say he should go for the north settle over here on the warrior. But at the same time, I don't think he actually knows what's there north. The bad, there's a good thing and a bad thing here. The fact that he's going to settle north, he's actually going to block himself out of a city here. He could settle it on the coast, but he's not going to have a lot of good tiles to work. The good thing is he's going to have a 2-2 base, a +4 harbor, and quite a few good tiles to work. And at the same time, if he does move to the south one, but again, he doesn't know about this. He doesn't know about this. As in, he doesn't have the full information. of the north like we do to make an informed decision of what he needs to settle on. So ideally, actually, I think the best placement for him, if he really wants another city to the north, would be to open up that cattle, and he should actually move one to the 2-1 and then move another one and settle the niter tile. That will give him a very good strong spawn in the a capital with multiple 2-2s, a very good kurgan, a very good 2 kurgans actually. Oh my god, look at these +3s, +3s. Wow, 3 adjacency pasture kurgans. Let's go, let's go. Oh, that's a good one actually. The map is 7 Seas. Let's see. What is the, there we go, 7 Seas. There we go. Oh, he actually moved to the north. Okay, so he got debated over here by the 2-2 base, and we're gonna need to see him try to get some scouting to the north. Of course, with Trololo here, still, I'm pretty sure he's gonna have quite a few strong settles, but now he cannot stay off the coast. He's gonna need to do something here coastally, which I gotta say he doesn't actually have anybody to fight, so it's gonna be fine. Let's take a look at somebody else here. Who did we go for? So this was, what was, this was Scythia, right? This was Scythia. We can go for Cree now. Oh man, is this Cree with only 3 pastures? I guess it's still good. Come on, it's still good. No, you know, like it's still good. It's still gonna have +3 gold, +3 food coming out from each of his 3. It's still good. Not good enough though. Like, come on. When you compare a +6 with a +3, kind of feels like he got half, like literally half his bonuses right there. It's quite a problem. Anyway, we'll see how that ends up to be like. We do have him with quite a few interesting other settles. So one to the north, the cattle tile between the mountains. He does have gypsum settle on the east side, and that's going to turn into a 2-1. And I do see his second city over here to the south might be more interesting than his capital. He could get 1, 2, 3, 4 pastures, 5 pastures actually work there, and this would be an awesome Magna City. He could just settle that niter tile, be off. Oh, even get a Temenanki. Oh my god, can you imagine a Temenanki with, oh, well, I guess you can't really go Liang in that city if you go Temenanki, but you know what I mean. It might be interesting. He has to make a few sacrifices, see what he wants to get, you know, more production, Lady of the Ritter Marshes, try to get the Camp Pantheon, sorry, the Open Sky Pantheon. Can you imagine Open Sky over here? Oh my god, unbelievable. So many of these pastures, man, so many of these pastures. I like it, I like it. I gotta say I like it more now that I saw his second setup. We got 12 coming up with a 3-1 base, scouts in 3. I do see him also benefiting from Torres del Paine to the south. Oh my god, 1, 2, 3, 4 usable tiles. I mean, I like the food, but let's be real. You need the production, right? You're not gonna build tanks with just food. What are you gonna do? Feed the tanks food? Come on, let's be real. Corn. Feed the tanks corn. Can you imagine that? Tanks eat corn in Civ 6. Woo woo. Let's go. It is a god start. Yes, with Torres over here to the south, he's gonna have a lot of production. Not to mention quite a few extra yields of food that he can use to increase his population and try to get as much as possible his sim done. We're gonna need to check out what is he gonna do here, because he does have a neighbor to the southeast. This is gonna be Distoria, and he doesn't really have anyone to go against. Well, I guess you can count Cree here, but he's gonna be like between 2 tile chokes, so I don't think they're gonna actually end up poking each other until we're gonna see some Renaissance industrial modern era units. Definitely, I would say second city, get it on the Torres, get it on the Torres, man. 4 2 tiles, oh my god, that's just amazing. Coming up on Japan, we do have Kyoto with the fresh water from a lake. Looks like Lake Bima is going to be next to him. Biwa. Biwa. This sounds like Wally, but inverted. We do have Japan with a good second settle on the west side, but I'm pretty sure he's going to want to go coastal here. He does have a few cities to go for in the south and the east. And from what I can see, that's going to be a more than a decent coast for him to expand in. Doesn't need to worry about anybody here, but he also doesn't have a city-state to take out, which is going to be a bit of a bummer. He can also help out his buddy Rome to try to go against Cree at some point. Oh, wait, no, they're actually allies. They're all allies here. Cree is not an enemy. No, they're actually, oh my god, there's not going to be a war here? Like, really? Oh my god, they're going to just... Okay, well, I guess we're gonna see Sim City extravaganza over here with Canada in the forefront. Matharz over here is gonna definitely try to go for that awesomeness national parks, and we do have Matharz getting his builder out. He did get a scout, probably from a hut. I do see him moving to the east side. He's gonna have his own... I mean, this is not that bad, come on. But he can't really stay off the coast here, can he? Like, he really can't stay off the coast. He's gonna have Portugal to trade with. Oh my god, yes, Canada, yes, oh, I'm pretty sure they're gonna be so happy about this. It's just a matter of course, getting a city over here on the east side and allowing Portugal to discover the coast. They definitely need to do that as soon as possible so they can get the gold. Pretty bad Canada spawn. Yeah, I can't say it's amazing, but he's safe. He's safe from everybody. He can make it work. So we're gonna see fresh water coming up from the rivers. Good, I guess mountains for that adjacent for the adjacency of the campuses, and he could go and even benefit from Namadol right next to him. Very nice, very nice. This is gonna turn amazing, by the way, when he's gonna start popping these deer tiles. This is gonna be quite interesting as a spawn. Well, I guess much better than we see right now, but on the scale of 1 to 10, I would still call it a 6. It's a little bit better than average, but not, amazing as we've seen others. Jao likes Canada spawn. Jao sees gold everywhere. Yeah, and can you imagine? Like, Jao just says, those exactly like in the casino. You see the eyes of someone, and behind the eyes you see 77777. It's like rolling things over there. Banana coconut 77. Banana coconut. Oh my god. Yes, that's ching 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 ching. Coming out from Portugal over here. He got the gold, man. He got the gold. Now we got Lisbon with sheep tiles. I do see he's gonna have a reef fish tile, so he can get some extra production, and of course the food coming out from the fish. I'm actually curious if and how he's gonna expand here. Did he just buy the horse in the mid-turn? Wait, what kind of tech did he go for? Pottery. Oh, I see. So he's gonna open up with campuses. Interesting. So he wanted to spend that gold really early for this. Okay, interesting. I would think he actually didn't he discover horses? Didn't he discover animal husbandry? Because he still has 2 turns to get pottery. So oh well, I guess we're gonna have to see if he's gonna improve something here. Usually when nation discovers something, you do see it get its full yields. We don't see the horses get the full yields here. Let's take a look at Kublai China. Okay, workable. On remap or no remap? I think he wanted to say no remap. Khmer's. Wait, what? SunBro is Khmer, alright? Let's check out Khmer over here. Oh, I see. On remap does mean we remap. Okay. Oh, man. Really? Okay, guys. What are the chances? Okay, let's put up a poll. Cree will have Dot, 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 dot. Good spawn. Insane spawn. Or normal spawn. Or very bad spawn. Let's see. And of course the famous Cake W needs to arrive over here. I'm not gonna show you the spawn, but you guys can put up your votes over here. What do you think? What do you think? So 2 times in a row we've seen Cree have actually very good spawn. Very good spawn. So I'm actually now reaching out to the community to tell us of their experience. Do you think we will have the gong strike twice for Cree and get that amazing spawn for him? It might be better with an insane spawn, it might be worse with a normal or a very bad spawn, and of course that's why we got a poll over here to find out what's gonna happen. In the next few minutes we're gonna need to wait for the players to load, and of course we're gonna allow the vote to finish, and then we're actually gonna take a look. Zax, why did it restart? We have remap tokens that we give to each team. They get to pause the game at turn 8 and have the chance of using their remap tokens. So it looks like we just finished our prediction for how many remaps. It was actually 2 remaps. 2 remap tokens were used during the game. It's sometimes the players just are not comfortable with their spawns and they want to try again. Sometimes the proximity between them and their opponent is just not right. They might feel like the civilizations counter each other too badly, and they want to give it another go. There are actually multiple reasons the players do. Sometimes it's just what they feel. They just don't feel comfortable. And I don't know what to... Oh, I see. I can go and take a look at Rome here to talk a little bit about Rome. Before that, actually, I can use this time to put the team labels on the screen. We got BlackPitre on the left side. Okay, and on the right side, we do have Lucky Nuke. As an extra information here, Lucky Nuke is actually a French character, from what I understand, from a series of comic books. He is the one shooting faster than his shadow. Can you imagine that, being faster than your shadow? Wow. Okay, he's like Flash on steroids. We do have 12 over here with 2 base. That's like he's actually thinking about what he's gonna do here. Still has 2 movement points, and of course he could move somewhere else. I think he should just stay in place and that's be done with it. There we go. He stood in place, and he can get another set on the east side for another 2 base, or even the tobacco would be nice for him. He can get some extra faith going there, and of course work it out. Very bad spawn coming out as the choice here. Okay. We got, I gotta say, the stream chat has spoken. Let's actually take a look over here. What do we have on Cree? Where is Cree? Where is Cree? Where is Cree? Cree. Wait, no. Okay, let's look with the eye of objectivity here. Let's see. He will settle on that 2-2. He can get another city on the iron tile to the south. He can actually have 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a 5 and a 6. Ooh, bad spawn. Come on. No. Vuxor, GG. Good evening, sir. So he can get in that second settle. A 6 Magnus. Of course, 6 Pastured Magnus. And the camps. Remember the camps to give you the points as well. He can actually have quite a few Mickey Wops. It is a bit more expensive than the last ones. He's gonna need to expend a lot of builder charges to get this working, but I guess he can definitely make it work. Oh, we'll see. Come on. You picked KW, Chris. Crispy. Good evening, sir, and welcome. Also, Cree TFT. Good evening, and also welcome, sir. KW was the correct answer. Okay, well, it is what it is. I can actually look at the score here. I would definitely wanted to look where it was, but I gotta say, Mikado today is extremely lucky. Man, he's the luckiest person in this game. Taking a look at his pawn, he's also gonna have a bit of a problem with his strategic resources. His horses are gonna be 4 tiles away to the northeast, not actually in grabbable distance. He does have that iron tile to the south that he's probably gonna need to settle for. So both of his strategics are quite far away. If he does have an opponent next to him, this might spell disaster. But he doesn't. He's all alone here, and he's gonna get to sim to win. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how he's gonna develop. Quite a few tiles for campuses. I do see a +3, a +4 campus adjacency next to the mountains, and I definitely 100% want to see what Cree is gonna try to do, where he's gonna try to do his Magna City. It's not mandatory to actually get it in your capital. You can just get it in your second, third, fourth city if you want to, but you do have to place it with Cree in the perfect spot. You know, you gotta nail that spot. You gotta get in. Bro. 18 city Cree for the carry. Woo! Yes. I love having an SA +3 campus in the capital. Yeah, easy. I mean, easy. Yeah, indeed. Me too. Oh man, I gotta say, thank you so much, by the way, for the follows in the last few days. I do want to welcome everybody new to the stream, and I hope you're going to enjoy your time with me. We do have quite a few games during the week. We're very close to getting the CWCs going, and of course a lot of streams will be played out there. Very good skilled players. Oh my god, so many skilled players in the communities here. And of course, I do hope if you have anything to say, just throw it out in the chat over here, and I'm gonna get to it as soon as I can. Let's take a look at Canada spawn. We do have a +4. Oh my god, that's a very nice campus here. That's a very nice campus. He does have a +4 next to the reef tiles. He does have Ottawa with a 3-1 base builder coming up in 5, and I do see quite a few cities can be settled in the tundra to the northeast. Not insanely good though, not extremely good, but still I like it. With two of these camps to the south, more camps to the east side. He's gonna probably get Goddess of the Hunt here. Does have quite a few pastures also in the tundra for some more food, and of course we do know that Canada doesn't really need a lot of food. Come on, he can even put farms if he needs to. We're gonna need to see him develop his cities towards the northeast, and maybe actually put a few cities on the coast here. He does have Kublai China on the other side of the coast that he could trade with, so that might be a good thing. While Mikado is going to be quite far away from him. Again, it kind of feels like this is going to be free sim for Canada for some time now. We do have Ottawa with iron tile to the northwest. Looks like he has horses 3 tiles away from the capital. Both strategic resources in his capital city are gonna be giving him those strategic points. Also, I think I have something to say. Banana, yeah. Kublai. In fact, same if Portugal isn't so far. Yeah, indeed, most of the tundra is across the sea. Daisuke pointing it out. Yeah, but I think he has a decent amount of tundra anyway. The thing I don't like, and what I liked about the last one, he actually had quite a few good mountain tiles that he could use for adjacency, but now he has some reefs. The +4 in the capital definitely shines out. Pretty bad Pantheon for Canada too. I kind of tend to agree with Sinonumi here. Yeah, Sinomuni, I do have to give it, man. Yeah. It's the lack of fresh water. We got also that Pantheon that is just not gonna shine. Only 4 tiles to improve with a Pantheon. I don't know, man. What do you think? It might be a good option to go for Dance of the Aurora. It kind of feels like no. Oh, they wanna do a quick relobby, so they fix the problem. It's too late now. Let's do a quick relobby. Feed the wall Canada? Yeah, probably. Let me take a look at the... is it actually... Need to find them in the channels. Actually, there are quite a few channels over here. People playing in the... Okay, there we go. I found. Need to find actually who the host. Oh, I think. I think I know who the host is, cause I. There we go. Found them. I'm joining. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I know that error. Uh-oh. Let me actually take a look over here really quickly. That error, unfortunately, basically tells you that you have mods. Oh, I see. I see what happened there. Okay. That was what that error was. The lack of some form of a mod turned on, or something problematic. Okay, there we go. Now I see everything. Oh, wait, did I? Oh man, I got distracted over here, but it's fine. Everybody has MS. Whew. Oh, somebody actually wants to rejoin. Okay. 12 had 0 MS. Wrong 0 MS. Uh-oh, no. Is it true that these things fix themselves after the sixth turn? I heard something about it during the weekend, but I'm not sure if everybody tested that theory. Pretty low production in Canada, so that's of the and Feed the World is the best choice, I think. It kind of feels like, yeah, but we're definitely gonna need to take a look, because Feed the World or Dance of the Aurora, well, I guess both of them do have the same track record, but I think are gonna require a lot of investment coming out from Matharz, which I don't find it actually quite bad, because most of the time I do like quote-unquote religious Canada better than like Monumentality Canada better than straight up production, Pembrush and voice Canada. So maybe I'm a bit biased in that sense. We do need to see how he's gonna try to use it though. Dance of the Aurora is also quite changed actually from the initial version in the base game. Dance of the Aurora in BBG does give you an extra adjacency from the flat tiles around the holy site, the flat tundra tiles around the holy site, not from all tiles. So for example, he could have a +5 if he puts the holy site over here on the hill. He can get 4 tiles with another 1 point coming up from these from the forest, which is going to be nice. I also want to point out with Ottawa, Canada does get an extra production point for his lumber mills and from his how to say, from his mines. I believe the mines would be 1-4-1s, right? 1-4s, I guess. That's gonna be what they're gonna look like. It's actually 2 production points. Let me take a look here. Canada, not this. Wilfred Laurier, cities in the town. Yeah, 2 production points on the mines and the lumber mills. So that's gonna be quite an extra point of production that he's gonna generate. Not to mention the deer times, we get the 2 extra food. That's one of the reasons most Canada players are gonna try to go for builder first, because they do have a deer spawning next to them, and they are trying to get the supercharge on a lot of food. I do like the monumentality for the later stages of the game. You do get to be more flexible about it, and of course if you do manage to have peace for the first 60 turns, in the later stages you're gonna have a lot of faith to work with, and a lot of cities developed and so on and so forth, which does end up being giving you the opportunity to buy a lot of rogue pants, send them to your allies, get those mounties, get the national parks, get a lot of tourism with it, and so on. It's for the culture victory, faith does seem to be the way to go. Let's take a quick look on Portugal here. We do have Portugal on the coast with a 2-2 base. On the other coast in Canada, they're not gonna be poking at each other anytime soon or trading with each other. And I do see we do have Salto with oh my god, this is gonna be Japan. Oh no, Japan versus Portugal on the same seas. Initially I thought that's Scythia, but no, Scythia is actually south behind the mountains. This might be a 2 versus 1, and Japan might be in trouble here. Salto can get some boats out, can try to snipe those caravels, and of course try to defend himself with just straight up galleys against the +5 coming up from Japan. We do have a settler coming up in 4 from Lisbon, and I do see he has a freshwater from a two-tide lake here. He also has horses to the southwest and a +3 harbor. No. Oh, his Arental is across the sea. I can't really say he has an iron tile then. Like honestly, I can't really say needing shipbuilding to get an iron tile is just basically you don't have an iron tile to work, right? Shipbuilding, sorry, like moving across like a builder and so on and getting it over here so many times to actually get that. It's quite a problem. It just needs sailings though, get the builders to embark here. But you know what I mean, it's gonna be quite an issue here to get the upgrades. It's gonna take a while, take a long time. We do have him with quite a bit of coast to develop his cities on to the northwest. Not amazing one, but definitely Cliffs of Dover over here would be nice. I do see him having a second settle on the banana over there next to the banana, which is gonna give him some more food. We're gonna need to see what kind of pantheon he's gonna pick. With the amount of resources he has, God of the Sea would definitely be nice. To the south, it's kind of tricky to go for, especially to expand into. Japan is going to be there, and he's going to try to put as much pressure on his opponent as possible. And taking a look at Pokrovka, we do have him with a 2-2 base. That's a stone tile. That's a stone tile underneath his capital, with settler coming up in 3. Possible second city on the east side with multiple very good kurgans. I do see he's just going to need to improve his pastures and get a lot of those. Multiple horses, cattle tiles. Oh my god, this is going to be quite nice for him. Now, of course, the kurgan, actually, if you guys don't know, kurgans are now actually, well, they're kind of spammable. You can put them anywhere. You can put them on hills, you can put them on flatline, it doesn't matter anymore. +1 faith and the +3 gold base, and then you get additional faith and production for each pasture, increasing to +2 faith per pasture and stirrups. You can imagine this is going to be quite interesting when you can get so many of those next to each other. The +2 over here, another +2 over here. Good tiles, very good tiles. +3, +2, +2. That's going to be quite something. But he does need to settle right in the face of Japan to make everything like that work. He does have a puddle jump of a city, Vatican City, and of course we do need to see how Distoria is going to try to play this out. Pokrovka has both iron and horses in the second ring, very cheap resources to work. Quite a few mountain tiles for a lot of campus adjacency, and of course we do need to see what his choices in the tech side will be. I do see at the moment he's actually going archery in 4. Okay, horseback riding seems to be the way to go here. I'm not really sure this is the best way, but I guess we'll see. We'll see. I don't think he's rushing a Temenanki though. Like archery is one of those techs that you want to get for a Temenanki, but come on, let's be real. He doesn't want a Temenanki, right? Temenanki, sorry, the Temple of Artemis, I wanted to say. Temple of Artemis. Let's be real about this. Watch Vatican City steal the horses from Scythia. That's gonna be awesome. Oh yeah. Also, let's see. Okay. Can someone kill Canada cap with frigates? Canada cap with frigates? No, not really. I mean, there's no. Well, I guess maybe if Cree starts to build boats, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna have Kublai build boats as well. Kublai is on the same coast. He will get those trade routes with Canada. It's actually relatively good there. We do have Kyoto with a lot of food started up. He did manage to get a builder, and now he's sending him on his merry way to the west side. Kyoto is gonna back settle. We do have him with a 1-2 tile that he could settle on, and of course we do need to see what his third settle is gonna look like. Now he is gonna figure out what's going on. Did he figure out? I'm not so certain actually he figured out about Scythia on the west side. As in, and they look like they went around each other instead of seeing each other. Scythia scout with Japan's warrior. And this, oh man. Oh, Distoria. Oh, prediction time. Prediction. Let's see. How fast can I do this? Will the settler survive? Yes. No. That's it, guys. You got. Will the settler survive? 1 minute. Let's go. 1 minute. Bam, 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 bam. Watch Ferenc. Okay. In Temple of Artemis. Yes, Temple of Artemis. So I gotta point out something over here. You do see Distoria has a warrior with 2 movement, right? He can move 2 tiles here and then first move the settler, and that's exactly what he's doing. That doesn't give a lot of time for Trololo to get out of there. So is the settler gonna survive here? Boom! Oh my god! Oh, that's it, guys. How do I finish this? Finish prediction. Manage prediction. End submissions, right? Meow. No, it's the answer. Who is gonna get the points? Winner, chicken dinner. Oh man, that is quite something over here. We did have the world declaration being sent. No reaction from Trololo. And as you can see over here, his settler is gonna help out the Japanese Empire. Bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir. Yeah, well, he didn't see, like his scout went around Vatican City through the south, while the warrior of Distoria went through the north. So they didn't get to see each other. I think it was like a 1 tile of no vision. That was quite something, man. That was quite something. Unbelievable moves coming out from Distoria. He's gonna get that settler back, and of course we do see Portugal coming up with a scout. Maybe he will try to stop the settle. That might be a thing. Delaying the settle is gonna be important. Still, it's gonna be a city, but the faster you put it down, the more yields you're gonna get from it. Well, we do have to take a look at Rome over here. I think, yeah, we did take a look at his spawn. I think it was the first one, so he did settle on the tobacco. I see he improved his sword style, got a fur tile improved as well, and he does have an iron tile 3 tiles away to the east side. Quite a few cities to settle to the south. Gonna be quite close to Khmer. They're gonna get to trade with each other. Even on the sea, they might actually get to trade with each other. Khmer here is gonna have an issue with China to the north, though. China doesn't have a lot of land, and he's definitely gonna check to expand to the south here, and we'll try to bump into Khmer cities. While China does have, I see a 2-2 base, another setter coming up in 1 from Beijing, and I do see he's gonna have the second setter next to a banana tile with a +4 harbor. Xi'an is gonna get, or Xi'an, I believe it's called, is gonna get a monument, and by looks of it, he's gonna have quite a few cities to settle on the eastern coast. Still, I'm not so sure I like this. Like, from what I can see over here, Nuke is gonna have a challenge with how many cities he's gonna get to settle. A really bad challenge. Like, oh, I like this actually. So 1 and a 2 and a 3 over here, then another 4, 5, and that's about it, right? The northern one doesn't actually make sense. So that's 7 cities total in the north side. Oh, I don't know if I like that number. I don't like that number, guys. It's just 7 cities for the win on a 7 seas map when your opponents will get like 10. Gonna be a hard one. He's gonna need to make it work. He knows now. Yeah, exactly. Vuxor, good evening, sir, and welcome. That's still a bit too settled. It's very common for B2 to be unescorted, even if this two just is deletes is still a win. Yeah, it is still a win, but you know, you want to try to make the most out of it, right? Where is it coming from? Scythia over here with his scout. Salto is gonna try to put some more pressure there, but not enough. And you do see Pokrovka is gonna try to get a third settler out. Yeah, that's gonna turn into a city at some point. We do need to see where that's gonna go. At least he did manage to get a slinger out from the city, so you know, it's still something. Okay, looking at Khmer, I do see him putting down his holy sites. We're gonna see him try to get as much adjacency as possible towards these holy sites, and he did get River Goddess as a pantheon, giving him that extra amenity from the holy sites adjacent next to the rivers, and some extra faith generation. Very nice. He already has the food coming up from his bonuses, and you do see over here the extra adjacency is coming up with a +5 and +2 food. Very nice, very nice. He does have a third setter coming up from Angkor Thom, and he started acquiring those great prophet points. It's not, of course, unheard of to see players try to go for the slow build up of great profit points rather than making the projects. We're gonna need to see when that's gonna start, and if he is incentivized to go there. I do also notice he's gonna get quite a few chances of blocking the Chinese settles. If he does manage to get a city here to the northeast, he's gonna block the coast to the south of Beijing. A very important feat over here if he does manage to do so. It's 1, 2, 3. He won't be able to settle over here, but he will be able to settle on the banana. Very hard to defend, though. We're gonna need to see what SunBro is gonna choose, and of course, where is he gonna settle that settler? The capital city is actually to the south, not the pre-FVR city. That was actually his second settle. We do have him with horses in the capital, 3 tiles away. No. Oh, his iron tile is gonna be underneath the holy site. That means he's gonna get it with, passively get it when he's gonna get bronze working. He's gonna discover iron, and even if he doesn't build a mine there, the holy site on top of it is gonna give him the extra resources. And coming up on Cree here. Oh no. Oh man, Cree just didn't. Oh, this is gonna be a mediocre Cree. Mikado, bro. Like, I know what he's doing. He really, like, he definitely likes the silk tile, the extra culture coming up from the silk tile. But oh man, this you just cannot pass this by. Like, this is amazing for the trade routes. And the fact that he didn't go first, you can't go anymore to maximize the bonuses that you have out of that city. Mostly because in that particular city, in the city with the most bonuses, you actually want to get Governor Plaza, Diplomatic Quarter, get all of those juicy bonuses going, and you just, in this situation, you don't really want to delay your Governor Plaza that much. Good evening, Bernhard Sean. Good evening, sir, and welcome. We're gonna need to see what's that gonna be like. Definitely quite a challenge. Okay, so we got the team labels on the map. I think we finished the first prediction. Let's actually finish the prediction for who put up the prediction for who will win this. And you guys are gonna have 30 minutes to go for it. We do have to take a look at their bonus points, and we're gonna see throughout the eras what they're gonna choose to go for. On one side, we do have BlackPitre, and on the other side, we got Lucky Nuke. 30 minutes, start, got it. Okay, there we go, we got it going. So Ottawa did get to improve his two deer tiles. I do see he placed his second city to the south, Vancouver, and he does have two other settlers out, one to the east side towards the eastern coast where of course Portugal lies, and one he's gonna send to the north. Interesting that he went fourth so easily, but that's good, that's good. I do see he's getting that guy out from Vancouver. He will open up the seas towards China, and we're gonna need to see what he's gonna do with it. The fact that we do have one city from Cree on the coast does mean he will get to actually see where Cree is and maybe try to get some units there. We're not going to have that much of a peaceful Canada anymore, and he might actually put a harbor from his capital city to get some more boats out. We're definitely going to need to take a look what his production is going to look like in his other cities. The city of Vancouver has been placed on a cotton tile. He's going to get an extra 3 gold from it, and at the same time an amenity. That's very nice, very nice. Now we do also notice he is going to try to improve the horses quite early. I do see he's totally ignoring the faith. He's going for the production, Pembratian voice, internals coming up with Magnus here from Ottawa. So we might not see a Dance of the Aurora at all here. Going Celestial Navigation in 10, and from what I can see, of course, this is going to be a naval game for him. We do have already a few skirmishes coming up from Japan going against Portugal. Looks like the game is being underway, and it looks like Japan might end up getting his settler to safety here. We do have Trololo that unfortunately has a bit of a problem because he moves his scout here. He's not going to get to attack that Japanese warrior. And another unfortunate thing, I don't think he actually has the first moves. If he would have had first moves, I'm pretty sure he would have just moved back his settler the previous turn when he lost it. Now we do have a Cree Occitan arriving in Scythia's land, and he might actually try to pillage a few tiles here. We do have the first Kurgan coming up from Chertomlik, and I do see 2 horse tiles were improved. We might see Scythia just try to erel himself into Japan so he can help out Portugal, push his advantage in Japanese lands. Of course, Japan already puts down harbors, and I'm pretty sure he's going to have a relatively strong Pembratian voice or free inquiry. Both of them are going to be good choices. It's probably gonna be all up to what he's gonna choose as a governor here. There we go, Moksha. So I think free inquiry is gonna be the way to go here for him. Seems like no one on Lucky Nuke is going for holy sites. Yeah, maybe they just don't like holy sites. That might be a thing. I mean, you know, sometimes you just don't like holy sites. It is what it is. There's nothing wrong with that. A bit surprising that SunBro is gonna go for the northeast settle. I guess it was much faster to work with, and of course I'm expecting him to buy a settler coming up from Pria VR. The fact that he is settling to the north a little bit does mean he will get more loyalty to a possible city towards the north. That's gonna be quite close to the Chinese capital, and both of them are gonna apply loyalty pressure on that city there. Getting his holy side going, and I do see him managing to get what 10 faith a turn. That's just not enough. Okay, do we have any more pantheons? Fertility rights coming up from China. We do have 3 cities here. Let's take a look on Rome. We do have goddess of the hunt. Okay, so he nailed it away from Canada. Okay. I mean, that is a 4-3 fertile. Not bad though, not bad. I'm just well, I guess he does have fur and truffles on the same continent. That's gonna be nice. Thank you so much, Nick Lowan. Good evening, sir. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, so I'm just gonna say Nick. Is that okay, sir? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. On Japan, no pantheon yet. We do have a pantheon coming up from Scythia, initiation rites. He's gonna get the faith from building units, and that might actually give him interesting monumentality. God of the Sea is on Portugal, and he started buying out galleys. Wait, really? Did he just buy a galley? He did. How much gold is he making? Only 7? Okay, I guess they just wanted to get the upper hand on the 2 Japanese galleys because I think one of them died. Okay, interesting. That's quite an investment coming up over there. Of course, more galleys coming up from Lisbon. He's gonna get extra production out the cities from the resources. China fertility rights. Okay, anybody else? Oh, right. What's here? CD Patreon God is coming out from Canada. Okay, interesting. Okay. We do have a settler coming up in 2 turns. I do see Magnus coming up in 2 as well. Looks like a trader in Vancouver. He might actually try to open up the way towards China, but first I think he actually went to the south with his galley, going through the shallow water tiles. He doesn't have that easy. Well, he could have had to the west side, though maybe another boat would be nice. They are both trying to scout around and see what's going on. While I do see, we do need to check out what Cree is gonna do here. He's also going for celestial navigation. So many people going for that celestial navigation. Establishing Mikizi Vachik. Only 1 cattle. Oh my god, this is worse. Oh man. Man, you guys nailed it. I gotta admit, you guys nailed it. I like when you said it's gonna be a worse spawn, a very bad spawn. This is it. This is a very bad spawn coming out from Cree over here. Because he just ignored the south, it just became a very bad spawn. Oh man, he committed to the coast with 1 city. That's gonna put him in danger. He might actually get some harbors out from his adversaries. Maybe we're gonna see something like that, but not very good ones. Not a lot of gold, not a lot of production later on. It's just, you know, all of the bonuses that could have had are just not there. We do see Japan is going to try to get that safety settle to the south of Kyoto, the settler safe, I guess. We do have more boats coming up from Japan, and he's starting to poke a little bit Portugal here, but then he went back. He saw the damage over there, and he was like, nope, I ain't having none of this. Now, we do need to see what kind of pantheon is he going to go for, but God of War and Plunder would suit him well here. Nice island north of Cree. This one? Yeah, this is amazing actually. He's not gonna settle it though. Do you think he's ever gonna settle this? I don't think so. Like, this is amazing with spice tiles, with ivory tiles, deer tiles. Oh my god, this is unbelievable. But I don't think he's gonna settle it. I'm thinking we're probably gonna see Japan get a lot better control on the seas. than Cree, but I might be mistaken, especially if they keep ignoring each other there. Oh, we got China with a possible pillage over here on the holy site of Khmer, and that warrior did stay alive, and I do see at the moment Japan over here did move his settler, but not his scout. He's gonna try to keep it safe as much as possible, while he can go and settle the 1-2 tile over here. I froze. Yes, I froze for a second there. I got I guess a spam email over there, and I was like, wait, what? No, this is spam. This is spam. And I was thinking for a second there, should I delete this or not? And I deleted it. It was like, ping. I click. It's gone. Let's see, in the NA score, did everybody get a golden age? Ooh, we got a problem here. Kublai Khan is only 18 out of 19 points. Looks like he's going for his 4th settler, and he did put out a boat. He might need a little bit of a jump here. And political philosophy coming up in 2. That's going to be giving him the nice jump. Writing coming up in 2 as well. If he does manage to get political philosophy, that's going to be the necessary era score from discovering the civic tree, like a classical era civic. Nuke did also find a goodie hut. Oh, nice, and got a relic from the goodie hut. We got Khmer starting up his commercial count, and I do see 4 of them of them at the count. He's gonna get Moksha in Ostia. I do see Magnus in the capital. He's working internals, and I do see quite a few builders improving, or getting his tiles improved, I should say. A lot of rivers could be settled to the south. And of course, he's gonna get the opportunity in the mid part of the game to trade with Jayavarman the 7th. Maybe it would be wise to get Reina City in the middle, even though I would have loved to see them trade on the coast here. Xi'an being on that western coast does stop them from doing a lot of gold. And of course, we do see that Nuke is not gonna look to get out of there anytime soon. The city of Shizuoka did settle in place. Looks like we're gonna have a harbor being put down. He's gonna start improving those tier tiles to the east side and the fur tiles, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to put a campus here next to the mountains. That's still gonna be a +4 with a +3. That's not bad, not bad. +4 with a +4 actually, I think. Yeah. Give me a second here. Oh, my head is popping. Thrombing. Oh, 1 sec. Yes, big headache. So Vugoros, good evening, sir. Distoria holding the choke against Trololo. Well, looks like Distoria over here is gonna need to do something on the coast. The choke point to the west side is not really gonna be that held. I do have to point out Trololo is gonna get the land units, while we will see Portugal get naval units, and this is gonna turn out quite badly for Distoria if he doesn't manage to do the correct moves. We do need to see, of course, Trololo settler. Where is he gonna go? It would have been amazing if he would have had 4 cities here, but he's gonna need to make do with what he has. The fact that he did manage to get initiation rights does mean he will get to build units, get the faith from building units, and of course put that faith to work into builders or settlers into monumentality era. But that will be quite a sacrifice in the points in the stats. Also, Star Spanky, bună seara, bună seara. I thought he was just talking head with... Oh, no. Yeah, it is what it is. Okay, we got Saka Horsaches coming up from Pokrovka and Shertomblik. Immediately, of course, we're going to see Trololo put that power to use against Vatican City. He's going to get that city center, and then he's going to move towards Japan's mainland. We definitely need to see what kind of bonuses they're going to get in the next era. If it's going to be a free inquiry, if it's going to be pen, brush, and voice. Wait a second, Beja. Oh my god, is it Beja or Beja? I don't know how to pronounce this, but anyway, he's gonna get forest fire. He's gonna get really good tiles to use. Harbors being built here for him. Most of the time we do see Portugal try to go for his free ink from a lot of harbors. He's gonna get that nice and juicy extra adjacency, and we're gonna see him go for this. Drink alone, take a shot. I think he says it is what it is. Oh my, it is what it is. Oh, shut. Well, okay, let's see. Ancient Era coming up in one. We don't actually. Let's take a moment here to take a look at the city states. Let's do this first. Kumasi with Namadol and Rapa Nui coming up for the culture bonuses. I do see La Venta with Vatican City are going to be the ones with religious bonuses. Mexico City and Brussels for industry. We do have Anshan, the only one for science. Looks like Muscat, Bandar, Brunei, and Venice are coming up with trade bonuses, and I do see Preslav coming up with military. Okay, interesting. Coming up over here, Namadol is going to be a crate one, and I do believe we had it here. Yeah, it is over here. It's not that far away from Scythia, but I'm not so sure actually anybody met it. Did anybody meet Namadol here? I don't think so. Influenced by 0. Nobody actually put points into it. I would have believed they would put points quite quickly. Oh, I think actually Scythia is gonna do a mistake if he puts a city on the coast. He should just stay over there on the 2-2 and keep it right there. And of course use it as a way towards Japan here. Maybe a trade route would be amazing if he gets it over there. In the meantime, he does have Vatican City to kill, and of course quite a few more units to get out of his cities. Let's take a look. We got Khmer with the Monumentality Golden Age. He's still on 3 cities, getting a settler coming up from Priaviar. Got his religion, Confucianism, with the choral music and tithe. Okay. Interesting. I would have thought actually he's gonna go for work ethic in this scenario, but I guess I was wrong. We do need to see how he's gonna use it. I do like the government plots have been put here, nice and strong. Actually, do I like the government plots have been put here? I'm a bit confused about the government plaza placement, but sure. I was thinking he's still gonna have a very good campus anyway. Maybe he could have had another. Oh well, it is what it is. Another shot. It is. Yeah, it happens. In Cree getting mining turn 32. Sometimes I picture the end of the world, the little Pokemon meters falling from the sky, air full of ash, fires everywhere, and then there is Michael saying, "Oh no, well, it is what it." I mean, what you gonna do, right? It doesn't help panicking, you know. Like, you know, oh man, I can't really talk on the stream about a lot of details about, you know, my conversations with friends from Romania, talking about the developments of what is going on around us. But basically, you know, we're looking and we're like, okay, I mean, we can't really affect it, so we can't worry about it, right? Like, how does it help us to worry about it? You know, it is what it is. Anyway, we do have over here, let's see, 12 coming up with Bembrush and Voice. I do see him with 4 cities. I would have actually expected him to be on 4 on 5. I think actually he made a relative mistake going for Goddess of the Hunt instead of going for religious settlements. I'm pretty sure he would have been quite amazed about how much his land looks like, and of course how much he has. Yeah, anyway, we do have him going for audience chamber coming out from Rome and from the city center of Rome, from the Gavron Plaza. He does have two relatively good commercials, a +2 and a +4, and not to mention these other two commercials are going to be +2 as well. +2, yeah, it should be +2, yeah, +2. He started up banking on those merchant points, and he does have only 16.2 more points to go for Zhangqian, the first grade merchant. We do have Distoria with a free inquiry golden age. There we go. He's using Mosha for the culture, and of course he's gonna try to get the science from his harbors. Very good harbors coming up from with the Japanese bonuses, and we do have him chopping down his audience chamber. Interesting that he wants to get his audience chamber chopped here instead of units, but anyway, he did it, so we're gonna have to see if these boats are gonna be enough, especially next to Portugal over here to the northwest. We do have Fukuoka coming up with Reina. He's gonna get another builder there. I do see a harbor in Shizuoka with the fertiles, and I do see he's starting to have a bit of a problem with the Scythian units. The Scythian units are gonna get the promotions from attacking to Vatican City units, and this is gonna be a bit of an issue. What I don't see actually Scythia building up his unit count when it comes to stronger units, classical units. I do see Trololo is going to go for bronze, which is, well, like something I like. He's going to go for swordsman instead of horses. Not bad, but might be a bit too late. Japan is going to have feudalism, and we'll probably try to get those samurais as soon as possible. We got Mikado with a pen bash and voice golden age. My god, look at 8 science, 12 culture, and only 9 gold. 9 gold? Oh my god. Okay, well, Canada did notice he's on the coast here. It looks like Mikado is gonna go full coastal at this point, and he's probably going to get one of those harbors from his capital city, Mikisivwachik. While in the meantime, he did go for 5 cities. Religious settlements is going to be his pantheon, and he does have quite a few cities also to settle. Now, that's going to put a lot of pressure on Canada, which I don't think he's actually going to be good with. Canada's, production is going to be used to build boats instead of used to get that culture going, or the wonders and so on and so forth, which is honestly something that you don't want to do. Canada is one of those nations that is kind of a victory condition nation. You gotta focus, you can't let distractions like battering on the sea get to you. We do have Warfare Laurier with a pen bash and voice golden age on his 5 cities. Only 3 of them are going to get to fight on the west coast. And of course, we do have Ottawa putting down a harbor to the north. That's going to be a +2, +3 here in Hamilton, and another +2 here coming up in Vancouver. Okay. Interesting. I do have a trader coming out from that city center, come from Plaza from Ottawa. I do see harbors coming out from Hamilton, and a lot of food generated by those farms. He did get City Patron Goddess as a pantheon, so for the first district that he gets to build or pre-place, he's going to get 50% off. That's still good. That's a lot of production that and food that he can get with government magnets. But he needs to be careful now. He can't underestimate Cree. I've seen Mikado be extremely aggressive when it comes to his neighbors in the military, so I definitely think he's probably gonna try to do the same. And no, SunBro was late on this and did leave China to settle a city here. Oh no, if only this city would have been settled earlier. Oh my god, it would have totally blocked off China entirely from this one. Oh my god, now actually China got a stronghold in the door. He has his foot in the door over there. No, I want to get in. He even got the 2 tiles away from Khmer. That's just a bad city to settle now. Bad city. Oh man, very good from China. Kind of bad from SunBro here. Come on, man. He's gonna have to deal with this. I do have to say, fighting in that floodable terrain is just not something you wanna do. Well, I guess that was one of his reasons over there. But at the same time, you gotta keep your opponents contained, man. Anyway, we do have Tominis coming up with that more mentality golden age. Now he keeps on building units, and you do see he's managing to tear down those warrior defenses of Vatican City. More of these Saka horse archers are getting into that city state. He has a few horses in production, and I do see he moved his warriors and scouts on the front line here. We do need to see if Salto is gonna put more pressure on the coast here against Japan. I see quite a few boats are retreating to get the repairs going, and of course Japan actually I should say Portugal needs to do the same, needs to put those into the city center so they heal much faster. We got Nuke with a pen brush and voice golden age coming up with horseback riding in 5. I do see 13 science and 26 culture, and of course I do see him also getting boats in the water here. He needs to go against Cree as well. This is still going to be a 2 versus 1, even though I think Nuke might get pressured over here from Khmer. And of course you do see that Khmer actually is going to go for the spy style, so he's trying to keep him contained. He realized his mistake, and now he's just going to go for the next best thing and try to stop China from ever settling more to the south here. Okay, not bad. We're going to need to see how this is going to end up. In the meantime, getting a few horses out from his city center. Nuke coming up with 4 cities. He does have quite a few more cities to settle to the northeast. Doesn't go for more settlers at the moment. He's just gonna sim a little bit. Getting his audience chamber up, getting the harbors going, and I see more campuses from Jiaodong. Government Plaza, okay, settled over there. Looks like he's there to maximize campus adjacency from Shenyang. Not bad. We do have a Salto free inquiry golden age coming up with Zhao the Third, 18 science and 15 culture. He's gonna be on 3 cities. Doesn't have that much of a difference in the stats from Distoria, but it is significant. We do have him with about 20% more stats, 15% more stats there, and of course we do see. Salto doesn't have that many cities. I'm pretty sure he would need at least 1 more city to the north, and it would be amazing if he could start trading with Wilfred Laurier. This is a mistake though. This is a big mistake. Not actually putting a city over there on the wheat tile so he can actually trade with Canada. It's a very big mistake. He needs to get there we go. Settler coming up in 4 from Faro. He needs to get it as soon as possible on the wheat tile so he can connect, or even on the 2-2 tile. Anything that connects the 2 cities, and get those trade routes going towards his opponent, towards his ally. He is losing so much gold because of that. Where are his trade routes going? Does he even have a trade route? Guys, do you see a trade route here? I don't see a trade route. Oh my god, come on. No trade route? Oh man. Yeah, exactly. There's Cliffs of Dover as well to settle there. Also, Vugurov, I saw what you said on YouTube, man. Yes, I love to see a Temenanki tiles as well. You know, my eyes are just popping out of my sockets whenever I see some amazing tiles over there. Unbelievable. Oh, what? China is gonna be the banana emperor. Oh, that was quick. Did you see how quick it was? Oh my god, Scythia just got Vatican City. And he's starting up more sagas in production. He's trying to get an encampment down for a general. I do see Japan is trying to get more science out, and he did put on the 2 great general card. This is gonna be important if he does manage to take it with just the civic. With just the civic, that's gonna be important. Of course. Distoria over here is probably gonna outtake his neighbors, and it is a matter of how much pressure they can put on his he can put on his opponents. Trololo here definitely is trying to do his best to take out the units of Japan as soon as possible. Distoria shouldn't be allowed to I would say develop cities, and this is exactly what Scythia is trying to do, stop him from settling more cities, stopping from developing his cities now, and so on and so forth. And we're going to need to see if Portugal is going to get to the nows. Portuguese nows usually are much stronger than the Japanese units, especially if they don't get the gold for him. But we do have Rome over here trying to get as much gold as he possibly can, with 4 commercial start, with a lot of markets in production. Not to mention he did manage to acquire Zhangyan, the first grade merchant, that will allow him to get the gold for his team. We're going to need to see how much production Distoria is going to get into his units, and of course what kind of units is he going to get here to defend. We do have him with a +5 on the coast, and Distoria is going to have a relatively good defense, especially if he stays as close to the coast as possible, but especially against Saka horse archers. So basically I would go as far as to say Saka horse archers are basically the ancient or the classical attack of equivalent of the Kesheks. If you just keep building them and you send them against your opponent, you might breach their defenses. You definitely put a lot of pressure on them. The biggest problem of them is just like the Kesheks, you expend a lot of production into them, and unfortunately sometimes that just quote-unquote derails you. The fact that Scythia did manage to get Vatican City, the fact that he also is getting faith out of building these units, does allow him to quote-unquote stay in the game. Vatican City is also going to have a built holy site. He started acquiring those faith points and the great prophet points, which is going to be nice. He's going to get a great prophet and a religion at some point, which might end up to be a winning maneuver, especially if he's going for something like crusade. Rome Free City maybe needs to help Japan somehow. Yeah, I would love to say that's possible, but I'm not so certain this is a viable option, mostly because Rome over here will want to get that economy going to help him with the gold. That is definitely something that he can do, and resources, but I don't think he can actually enter the war. It's not that it's too big of a difference in land, in distance, between Rome cities and of course even Japanese cities, and putting a city on the coast and maybe getting a lot of galleys over here will eat into their economy quite fast when they're going to start upgrading. I think the best thing that of course 12 can do over here is just get gold and to try to get big for the late game. Yeah, marketing gold on the way. Yeah. This is gonna be the gold. Gold maker, gold shaker. We got 12 over here with 44 gold at 1066 production. Is the well, not the most productive one actually. That's Wilfred Laurier's job. We got him on a 74 production. Coming up with lighthouses, and more of these traders are going towards that Magnus City. Getting a campus, that's going to be a +3 next to Vancouver. Okay, only 11 science and 21 culture versus Mikado's 18 and 28. Mikado here will have relatively good campuses, a +3, another +3 here. Okay, not bad, but still didn't settle that awesomeness city, and the Magnus is established in the worst possible city ever. Well, it is what it is. He's still going to get some extra yields coming up from the Gavron Plaza. Could have been worse, I guess. Rapa Nui as a city state is gonna go down. Looks like we got a few Canadian horses going to tap that soon, and I do see more of these governors are being established in Canadian land, with Pingala establishing in St. John. We do have Moksha in Vancouver, and of course Magnus in Ottawa. Does Rome want to kill the CS to the south? That's actually a very good question. I am not so sure Bandar Bunei should be killed. I mean, it's not that good of a city. It gives you that trading post in the foreign city, provide +1 gold to your trade routes passing through or going to the city, which is not that bad, especially when you do take into account Rome does get a lot of trade routes. But this is only in foreign cities. And at the same time, I do believe he would make a lot of gold just choosing it or putting some envoys in there. Let's actually take a look who did. Yeah, he did put envoys in Bandar Bunei, so he's gonna try to keep this. I don't think he wants to kill it after he choosed it. Okay, we got Scythia barging in Japan's land, trying to take out those swordsmen. Of course, the Saga horse archers are quite strong on the offense, not that strong when it comes to a defense. The sheer number of them will put the pressure and the fear of God into Japan's units, and we do need to see if Portugal is going to manage to go through with this attack to the north. I do see Japan is trying to poke out with a few of his galleys at the same time. Maybe we will see a counterattack here soon coming up from Portugal. Japan, no, I see. Also, Scythia, I gotta point out, does benefit from the ability to buy the units with faith. Buy more units with faith. He has 12 faith per turn at the moment, and of course, we do see that he is training quite a few more units here, getting more of these kurgans, getting more faith per turn every turn, and of course, that's gonna give him an advantage. Warlord's Throne coming up from Pokrovka. We do have Moksha established there with Pingala in the second city. He's gonna try to get the science and the culture with them. But then we do have Japan that is just out simming everybody. 58 science with 26 culture on him. It's gonna be well on his way towards getting his feudalism and trying to get those samurais going. Ooh, I'm ticklish. My nose is tickling. Oh. Oh, you know that moment when you feel you're gonna sneeze. You wanna settle down, settle down. It isn't like those campuses are needlessly fancy. I think he'd rather just agreed for a while longer. You're talking about Rome? Yeah, I think so. 2, 4, 6, 7 cities. I'm pretty sure he wants to grid this out. He got Hanging Gardens, and he needs to get his next population level. I'm actually quite curious what is he gonna go for the next population here. Is it gonna be campuses? Is it gonna be a mix of theater squares and campuses? What's this gonna look like? They were two perfectly three. Yeah, I agree. If you're talking about Cree, right? You're talking about Cree. Yeah, he would have had this one a +4. This was a +4 and a +3. I honestly don't really get this. I would have thought he's gonna go for commercials, but I think once he did manage to decide to go on the coast, I think commercials were just not on his route. He definitely wants one of those admirals in the Renaissance era, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna try to get as many points as possible. Yeah, there we go. Harbor shipping projects coming out from him. He's gonna try to go for this game. Canada does make 7 great ammo points a turn. We got Japan on 8, China on 5, Portugal only on 4. It looks like Portugal here. Oh no, Portugal, bro, with that, please, with that. No. This is not a bad city. I gotta say, this is not a bad city. I like the 2-2 base. I like the 3-2 banana that he's gonna get, but he's still not gonna get to trade with his capital, does he? Oh man, cap to cap trades over here. No, not gonna be a thing. Oh, samurai is coming out from Distoria. Oh man, that was fast, and that's attack over right there. Samurais are just gonna be way too strong for the Saga horse archers, and this is this is too late. We're gonna need to see, because we do have a general coming up from Trololo. He's getting a lot more Saga horse archers. Maybe of course we don't actually have that many units coming up from Japan to turn into samurais, only 4 of them, so maybe he does have enough strength into these Saga horse archers to take all of those out. It's just a matter of time. So I heard if you place a campus on a strategic resource that you get the +3 of that resource per turn. You get, I think you get +2. Yes, you get 2 resources per turn. The +3 comes from discovering, whenever you discover a new strategic resource, you get like a 1 per turn. So I guess that's why you saw it's 3. It adds to 3, but it's actually 2. Yes, you cannot know. But yes, you do get it. Once you discover the technology to reveal the strategic resource, you're gonna get that resource. Wait, Rapa Nui has been defeated. Where was Rapa Nui? Oh, Rapa Nui, Canada moves to the south a little more, creeps lower, and of course he does have another city here to settle south of Vancouver. He's going for his campuses. He did have that +4 in the capital, and of course that is going to be awesome for him to get the science. And this looks like it's going to be a lot of nations trying to go for the caravels, which is going to put a lot of problems on their economy. Now we do have Matharz with 45, Nuke with 29, and Salto on 34, while on the other side we do have 1258, Distoria 52, Mikado 31, and then SunBro on 8. 12 being free sim, godlike land with Rome. It's going to give him quite a few important points of gold per turn. You do see the truffles, for example, in Aretium. 2 of these tiles are going to give him, 10 gold a turn? Just those 2 tiles. That's amazing. Not to mention relatively good yields, especially with the Goddess of the Hunt Pantheon. I do like also Puteoli, again, truffle tile to work here. And I do see him needing to improve some more cities, get some more cities to the north and to the south. Into the east of Khmer, there could be another one between the mountains with another truffle to use. And another 4th tile to the south of Antium. That's just a lot, so much gold coming up from those resources. Oh no, he couldn't get there in time with his horse. No, well, it is, you know, it happened. Canada with Hill Plains is pretty juicy production setup. Well, yeah, he does have quite a few things to go for him. I'm worried about Cree though. I'm mostly worried about Cree because of his quote-unquote brand awareness, his name, his history, rather than anything else. I'm not so sure Matharz over here is going to be that quick on the pre-builds, and from what I can see, he only got 2 ones. He's kind of ignoring getting the admirals, which is something that Cree definitely doesn't do. This is going to be quite important. We just revealed the Great Admirals, Medieval Renaissance era. I know, of course, Canada does want to get as much science as possible. There we go. Harbor Shimper projects coming up from St. John. From Brantford, I do see he's getting lighthouse. And he's trying to improve a little bit that land a little bit more. Definitely needs the science to go for this. Distoria is 3 turns away from cartography. He's going to be first there, while Salto is very far away. On 29 science, he's barely 6 turns away from getting Matharz. Didn't get that boosted by anybody, and as you can see here, he's starting to put those trade routes to work in the city of Braga. He is going to try to trade with the capital of Ottawa here. Let's see, can he? St. John, Brantford, all nice cities to trade with. I don't think you can. Does it matter though? I don't think you can actually trade coastal, right? You can't send them across the land. You need to trade coastally, right? So I'm actually quite curious how is he gonna send these traders. We're probably gonna find out next turn when it updates. We got harbor shipping projects coming up from Salto, trying to get the gold, trying to get those admiral points. He did manage to keep the pace with Japan's land, and you do see the Scythian units are tearing apart these samurais one by one. Even if they don't do per unit a lot of damage, a lot of them are actually enough to take down the samurais. 2 of them just died. No, actually, no, one died, while we do have the other ones over here. Sad about the Cree harbors. Come on, he has a +4 here, a +3 here, a +1 here. Yeah, I guess they're not that good. +2 here, +1 here. He just didn't want to maximize them, but I gotta say, for this game in particular, he did manage to get the science and the culture, so at least that works out for him. Yes, he didn't get the perfect setup, but he got the setup he needs to fight mano a mano Canada when push comes to shove. He's just going to need to get to cartography, and that's something that also Canada will need to go for. They both are barely on shipbuilding at the moment. There we go. Distoria 7 is science. Yeah, that's what Japan is gonna do with free ink and a lot of good campuses. It's unbelievable, right? Let's see. The last moves coming up from Trololo, attacking to that samurai. Oh wow, the samurais cannot actually one-shot the Saka horse archers anymore? Wow! Okay, interesting. Well, we got a few more horses coming up from Scythia. I do see, of course, he's probably gonna need to go for courses for castles here if he wants to be a nuisance, or try to go for as many Saka horse archers as possible. He did manage to build a 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 from what I can see with a general, and he's using them to keep on attacking against the Japanese samurais. The samurais did get the Tortoise promotion, which does give them plus 10 combat strength when defending against range attacks. Very good defense. Throw like that. These coastal samurais are OP. Yeah. Please nerf, please nerf. It's like he isn't even scared of Scythia. Complete disrespect, just keeps seeing what's going to cost him. Yeah. Exactly. We got Ostia coming up with theater squares. Okay, I do see, of course, he's trying to go for, oh, very nice, he's trying to go for Colosseum from the city center of Rome. He's getting quite a few builders out with, oh, there we go, feudalism charges. The 5 charges on them are letting us know that. Putting down a few more campuses. That's a +4 on Aquilea, and he managed to get Coleus as a great merchant. While I do see him, okay, let me actually take a look over here. How many points is he making? Rome is on, oh, not that one, sorry, this one, 8 great merchant points a turn, while Japan is only on 2. Interesting. Yeah, we do have Khmer managing to get that city in Trapura to the northeast, more of these holy sites going, and did get great path next to the city of Priaviar. He's putting down a few theater squares there and working on Mahabodhi temple. He's trying to finish his religion here, while I do notice Rome from the west did manage to get with a warrior here. He probably scouted all of this south and then went north. Now we do see Khmer managing to get some scouts to the east side. Maybe he does want to see to open up the land between him and Mikado. We're going to need to see what's there going to be like. I just noticed, whoa, Caravels got, oh my god, this might be just Portugal dying here. Honestly, he's 2 turns buttress. He doesn't have a lot of units. He didn't go for, oh my god, I'm gonna build as many units as possible. Trying to get the walls up in Lisbon, Beja, and Faro. That just means he's giving up on the coast. So that means actually he's gonna die. This is like you can't. Okay. Walls in a coastal situation are basically you dying. Because walls are just gonna delay the inevitable. Basically, what you do is you stop the caravels from maybe taking over city, depending on how much garrison strength you're gonna have in the city center. But then, when your frigates come, your opponent's frigates come out, you're just gonna die to frigates. And if you can't put catapults in the units to defend that city or get a lot of strength in the city, you're just gonna be overwhelmed. And it's not one city, it's 3 cities from Portugal that are gonna be on the same coast. So he needs to do something to defend his galleys. He's gonna lose his fleet. That means he's not gonna get to upgrade his own nows to attack back. Maybe in the city center he's gonna have 1, but that's it. Like, he is immediately gonna be taken out by Japan's boats. This is gonna be a major issue. Yeah, exactly. If Portugal is forced off the coast, that's gonna be so bad. And we might actually see, exactly because of this, a CC. This is unbelievable. Actually, Distoria doing amazingly well to stop. Like, the second Scythia's units are gonna fail attacking into Japan. Oh my god. Oh my god, the samurais are just too strong. It's unbelievable. The moment with caravel technology and of course caravel strength cities, now I can actually show you how much a horse does into the city. It's basically dying against the cities. 41 against 54. It's again 41 against 52. Like, really? What? No, that's not gonna happen. And of course we do have Japan with quite a few cities, quite a few units going to try to take over the Portuguese cities. And we do have, well, I guess the cities are definitely going to get the ancient walls. It's just going to be a delay. His harbors are going to get pillaged and the boats are going to go down. There's no way for this. Well, now I understand why Portugal didn't want to put the wheat tile, you know. Like the wheat tile, I guess it would have given Japan a way in towards two of the Canadian cities, St. John and Bradford. Oh man. Oh man. It's slowing down Scythia just enough with that settler takeover at the beginning to allow him to get enough science, enough stats to go for his own units, for the caravel technology, to defend himself against the Scythian attack and push his enemy down. Oh my god. Okay, amazing. Doesn't look like Japan over here is going to take a city though. Beja is going to heal, going to get the ancient walls. Next turn he's going to tap it, but turn afterwards he's going to get walls. I guess at the moment he's not going to get cities. But these are 27 strength cities. He can keep on hitting them with the caravels. The caravels are just not going to take enough damage. Samurais dead to Saka horses in 20 turns if they get shot by 4 to 10. Yeah. Man, these guys are not phased by this. Look at how little damage the Saka horse archers do. Wow. Did we see the damage? No, I just saw the experience coming out from those. But anyway. And every turn they heal more than they get damaged by? Wow. Okay. It's nasty. Nasty. Okay, so now I can actually show you how much it is. You can see the caravel actually can go and chew through the city defenses. This is because of the lack of cartography. It's 5 turns to get cartography and the walls will definitely go down in 5 turns. This is going to be a major issue. Faro, for example, can be hit by 3 units. And of course, I do see there are quite a decent number of these Japanese caravels that can attack into the cities. That's exactly what they're doing right now. They keep on attacking into the city center. Beja does have so little health, 24 out of 200. And I do believe Japan actually needs to move there. We go to the north, a few more units there. The caravels need to get next to Faro. That's exactly what he's doing. He knows that he's going to need to triple attack the city of Faro, while he is probably going to get a promotion off next to Lisbon. In the main city centers, he's defending against these units with the samurais. So he might need a few ones, and he might actually get pillaged over here quite a bit. Doesn't actually care that much though. I see Japan is well on his way towards getting square rigging. He just needs niter, and that's something that at the moment nobody's gonna give him. That's a bit of a problem. We do need to see who's... Oh, there we go. Javerman the 7th. You see him going for military engineering. He's going to try to get that technology for his buddy here. And he does have a niter tile next to Bhavapura. Another one next to Indrapura. And I do see him going for Oracle from Priya VR. Getting a few more theater squares going. And some more science is going to come out from Angkor Thom. Did manage to get Mahabodhi Temple. Which does mean he did get dead Khmers with Crusade. Okay, Crusade might end up spreading into Chinese land, and that's gonna be a pretty bad thing for China there. Hello Max, привет. How are you doing, sir? Do harbors give niter nowadays? I believe they were talking about something on shipyards though. Shipyards. Shipyard is coal, actually. They moved it to coal. Wait, harbors shouldn't give you niter. No, they don't. Lighthouses. No, neither do lighthouses. Yeah, it's just the not the armory. The armory gives you niter, if I'm not mistaken. If I remember correctly. Wait, armory. Yes, 1 niter per turn once discovered. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Probably Pharaoh's gonna get hit next. We do have 3 caravels that can possibly hit it. Needs to be careful how he does the move, so he can actually apply the power. Like he needs to go, for example, for the fish with this one, and from the other one go on to her harbor, so he can shoot it this turn. While the capital city is definitely going down. You can see how much damage this caravel starts to do against the city of Lisbon. Now that the city's center defense is half, it starts to deal damage against the city's garrison as well. So it's going to go down much faster. Let's actually take a look here on Pharaoh. Bam, bam, bam. Very, very quick. And that city is going to go down. And it looks like Portugal is probably going to be the first nation that is going to lose a lot of cities fast. Even if we have Scythia just stomping the grounds of Japan, he doesn't have enough units, enough strong units to take out these Japanese samurais. Unbelievable, man. 3 samurais are holding the defense. Wow. Did you see the devlog? It will be interesting. Some BBG routine preparing for the next beta. I did not see the devlog. I honestly didn't have time to check a lot of things here. But what I did see, and I say, oh my god, congratulations! Somebody did put up the full changelog, and I did update the CPL.gg website with the full changelog for 5001. Let me actually take a look here. Devlog. Can't actually see the devlog, by the way. It's the 5.1 new commit. Okay. Beta builds. That's what you're talking about, right? The beta builds. That's a lot of changes, though. Okay, so Japan will probably take over the first city next turn. Beja is keeps on being under attack, and Japan will probably take that over in 2. There we go. Pharaoh is gonna go down. Distoria just wanted to make sure he gets everything before that, while of course the city of Lisbon is still gonna get attacked here. Is he gonna be able to take out like pump out a settler before he's gonna be taken over? That's a major question. Leif Erikson give it yeah, probably not. Like looking at how much damage he just dealt, no, probably not. That city is gonna go down in 2. And of course we do need to see what Japan is gonna do here. The major problem for Salto is not only that he doesn't have enough units anymore, he doesn't have enough strength on his cities, and at the same time there's another major problem. His cartography is struggling to be discovered, because while he's losing cities, he's losing population, he's losing campuses, he's losing the science. So of course it's going to be harder and harder for him to discover cartography. Now it would be amazing, by the way, and I think a brilliant move from Japan to put a city here on the wheat tile. If he does manage to get another settler going, that's going to be awesome. But I do see him trying to get the quadrims now, and of course military engineering is going to be the way to go. To give in the bonuses. I'm pretty sure SunBro is gonna figure out he has quite a few niter tiles. He is probably gonna go for a second monumentality here. He has still quite a bit of land to develop and expand into, and going for Grandmaster Chapel is also gonna allow him to get units with faith if he needs to. Platypus mostly, and Chuck made great work for the full changelog. It has some mistakes and I reported some of them back. Oh, it does? Okay. Well, I hope they're gonna get fixed. I think you can edit the changelog, right? After you've done the post, I think you can edit the changelog. So it should be fine. It should be easy to... if you guys are not aware of what we're talking about, give me a second so I can give you the better balanced game changelog here. There we go. This is the website that we're talking about. On BBG, you do have a few stats, a few links over there in the middle of the screen. You're gonna have the direct link to the steamcommunity.com website. Then you're gonna have the full changelog and the static version for tournaments, which is gonna be changed when we're actually gonna have a static tournament for tournaments. At the moment, it's not everything. It's like 3.16. It's very, very old. I'm gonna need to change that. I'm actually, honestly, from moment to moment, I'm expecting them to see this just because of Portugal. Like with the lack of gold that could have been made on Portugal, I find it a hard time for Matharz actually here. Oh, I see what's happening. I see what's happening. He's gonna try to have a round against Cree here. Both of them are trying to get as many boats as possible in the water, and I do also notice China did not build as many as we were expecting. Of course, cartography coming up next turn from Matharz, cartography coming up next turn from Mikado, while we do have mercenaries on him as well. Matharz should be on mercenaries also. And to see him going for divine right. In the era score screen, we do have quite a few of them actually missing the golden age. SunBro is gonna have it, 12 is gonna have it. Distoria is 2 points away from having it, but I think he's gonna take over the capital, so he should have it. Mikado, 59 out of 61, just needs 2 more, and there we go. Lisbon just got taken over, and he got the 4 points. 62 out of 60, got his golden age here. Mikado still needs 2 more points. Maybe he can get something. I think he just got unique how do you call it? Yeah, 60 out of 61. Maybe he can upgrade the unit. No, not that one. He doesn't have a warrior anywhere. Ah, come on, bro. Like, oh man, this is too late now. No, I think he can still get a swordsman or something. I think he needs an iron unit. I don't think he actually ever got an iron unit. Or maybe he uses a city-state levy, a city-state, those could be options as well. But those actually eat a lot of the gold, and he doesn't have a lot of gold to spare. He's going to need to put everything that he has into his boats. Matharz over here, I think he's upgrading with the half coast card. There we go, professional army coming up from him, so he will put a lot of that gold to work. And from what I can see, he did manage to get Rahendra Kola. Also the fleet admiral, very nice. Matharz got a fleet. It's gonna be quite a problem over here for Cree. Japan actually got a city. Oh my god, Japan actually got a city here. How did they buy one for him? Oh, this is like the biggest brain moves of ever. Oh my god, they actually see what's going on. And oh my god, biggest brain moves. I didn't see any Mickey Wops. Wait, there weren't any Mickey Wops? Oh my god, you're right. No, there is one. This one. It's on the niter tile, but I think with that, okay, there we go. He got 61. It's fine. He probably discovered the technology or something, but there we go. He got it. It's fine. He did manage to get Zenki as an admiral, and I do see him putting a few boats toward China. China is gonna keep on, or should keep on building units, trying to get as many units as possible, while I do see he's trying to oh my god, he's gonna need to defend against the Khmer's missionary. The missionary is gonna spread crusade in the city of Shenyang, and Nuke over here is gonna have more problems than one. I do have to say Matharz is going to be quite surprised when we're going to see a city settled to the north of Braga. I do believe Japan needs to be fast about this, and he is trying to get that settled to the north really quickly, while I do believe we're going to have to see all of these caravels get there to the north to try to take over the cities as quickly as possible. These are not like the cities he attacked into Portugal. These are much stronger, and it will take a while to chew through the defenses. They might actually get the wall defenses up in time, and he's going to need to frigates to punch through. Now it shouldn't be that. Oh, a city went down. Oh my god, Japan actually lost a city to Scythia. Wow, how did that happen, bro? We do have Japan over here. Distoria trying to get the walls in Kyoto. He lost most of his districts. That's unfortunate. I lost that harbor, lost a campus, and I do see he's fighting with the samurais over here. A lot of the districts was also pillaged, but he keeps going strong with the science. 87 science, 32 culture. I'm also watching this great general coming up for Japan. Unfortunately, these Japanese samurais are in the middle of things, and now they don't have that much strength on them anymore. If you throw enough poop at the wall, eventually some of it is gonna stick. Yeah, exactly though, exactly. There we go, another samurai taken down. One horse was sacrificed for that honor, but it is, you know, it happened. And we do see the counterattack coming up from Japan. He is probably gonna get caravels anyway. Distoria should be there any moment now. I'm actually surprised he didn't put a caravel inside of the city of Kyoto. It should have been way too little damage being outputted from the Saka horse archers. Like, look at this. It can't even chew through. I don't know, man. I don't know what happened here. How many units needed to die to take out that city? I don't know. We'll see. We do have a lot more faith coming up from Scythia. Of course, Trololo is going to keep on attacking into the Japanese mainland, while I do see Japan's whole fleet is going to move here. This is going to be quite fast as a takeover. The city of Braga should be taken over in the next 3 to 4 turns. Might even get a settler out, but even if he gets it out, he shouldn't have enough time to actually put it down. You actually need more 4 turns to finish it in Braga, and then another at least 4 turns to put it down somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns to settle it to the south, somewhere over here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to settle it over here on the plains. Even well, I guess you can go non-fresh on the wheat tile and settle it 1 turn earlier, but still not enough time. If you count the turns, what's going to happen here, we're going to have 1, 2, I think it's going to move here in 2 turns, settling 3, and then all of those caravels come out to play. That's going to be in the 3rd turn. We're going to see them arriving next to the city of Braga, able to hit the city of Braga once. That city should fall in 3 hits. So in turn 6, the city will be taken over. That's 1 player taken away from their opponents, and of course we're gonna still have him vote in the World Congress. I do think we're also gonna have a bit of an issue here for them because of the loss of a military alliance. I don't think actually they made the military alliance, but probably China will lose the military alliance, or Scythia. No, Scythia actually, no. China is the most probable one to lose the military alliance. Okay, let's see what's going on. GG. Salto calls out the GG. Is this actually gonna GG out, or Salto? Yeah, that's the GG right there.
though its face may change
Wow,
throughout the ages.
BlackPitre holding on to their advantage in the third place of the CivFR community. We do have them with 8 wins, 4 losses at the moment. They still have quite a few games to be played over here, and we do need to see if they do manage to keep the lead against Team Sus. I do have to say, of course, Lucky Nuke over here does look like they're gonna need to fight for their space in the Division 1. I think there's gonna be a tiebreaker at the end of the tournament over here, and we're gonna see them fight for the slots. There usually is an up-down maneuver, an up-down phase coming off over there. If you are curious about the scores, you can use exclamation mark CivFR season 10. It's actually in the title of the stream to take a look at all of the links for the squadrons. We're looking at the Division 1 links over here, and this was a game between BlackPitre and Lucky Nuke. Let's actually take a look at their speech. I do have to point out that we're in the French community. We're going to hear a lot of French. If we do get to ask a few questions, that's going to be awesome. If you do get a few translations coming out from the community over here, thank you so much. And of course, in the meantime, we're going to need to wait and see what's going on. It's very important, though, for the French viewers to get this readout.
T'es en retard, de toute façon.
Eh, je peux pas appeler
Là, je
les
pense,
caravelles.
deux tours, Braga, ça tombe.
Pas les deals.
GG, well played.
GG.
Ah frère, j'ai tellement de bateaux, Mikado.
Bah, je sais, mec.
Did you not see each other, by the way, at the settler, Distoria with
What did you say,
Scythia?
sorry?
Did you not see each other at the beginning with the settler, like the warrior and
We
the
told him.
scout?
We told him that he had a... What? Wait, when?
No, I didn't see his units when I crossed the land.
So on
I
Vatican
came
City,
directly to
yeah.
the settler.
Yeah,
But Mikado told me I had loyalty there. Or no, maybe it was yeah, it was Mikado.
okay.
No, it was SunBro. He say we only see one people, so it's obviously Scythia.
Yeah. Because Mikado first meet them and we only see city and we see loyalty on city, so we know.
Okay.
Big brain, you know.
That was so unlucky. Like you just passed each other with one tile. You know? Oh man.
Très bien. Il était bien ton spawn, Nock. T'avais de la place?
Bon, c'était ironique, hein, je crois.
Bah vraiment.
Non mais en
vrai,
vrai, c'est pas
ça va être
si
quelque la montagne en vrai.
C'est pas si mal, hein, je suis sur cette ville. Enfin d'ailleurs, j'aurais pas dû faire
Y'a
cette
croisade
ville,
qui a été spread, mec, c'est fini pour toi.
Ouais, j'imagine.
Doom et croisade.
Bah. En vrai, ouais, y'a le général qui est là.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai.
C'est bon, il a médité à son intendance, c'est gagné.
Frérot, j'ai vu la galère de Matharz. Oh, heureusement que 12 est des 5. Hein.
Oh, t'as
bordel.
changé la prod.
Ok, oui, mon gars.
Putain.
Le Dumbré, il tape à 60 sur tes villes. Fait plaisir.
Ah, je savais que t'étais là en plus, mais bon, j'ai un peu grind.
Après, je vais up des caravelles, mais bon.
Ouais, en vrai, c'est frégate qui vont faire diff.
Je pense que Matharz, t'avais un shot pour tomber la ville avec le guerrier. Si tu tapais en premier avec la caravelle, avec la galère, ça baissait la défense de la ville, ton guerrier mourait pas, tu pouvais taper une deuxième fois en first move.
J'ai pas les first moves sur Mikado, je crois.
Ah bah, t'aurais quand même mis un coup de guerrier de plus, tu vois, et ça ouvrait vraiment la...
Ouais, en fait,
dès qu'il sort non, il sort la galère un tour trop tôt, à mon avis.
Je la chope, ouais. Oh, c'est dur, hein. Ma
Ouais, quand
galère,
J'ai réussi à faire mon level 1 sur une.
Quand la ville a plus que 50 HP, même avec une guerre dedans, tu peux...
Ok.
C'était un peu dommage peut-être aussi d'avoir une seule galère, je sais pas comment c'est passé dans ton build order, mais généralement on en fait deux, tu vois, parce qu'avec une en fait tu fais pas grand chose, avec deux tu peux...
Ouais. Bah en fait je sais qu'il est à peu près par là, mais j'en fais qu'une seule, parce que dans ma cap je spam les colons.
Ouais. Ouais, j'ai vu, t'as eu rapidement plusieurs villes, c'était chouette ça. T'avais une bonne tempo avec un spawn qui était vraiment dégueulasse.
Ouais, j'ai trouvé que c'était bien.
Y'avait pas de camp sur ton spawn?
J'en ai deux, mais j'ai pas pris ça, j'ai pris quoi, l'est de la ville.
Salto, t'as pas oublié de faire tes monuments?
Bah, je sais pas, il a fait des galères avant, mec.
Est-ce que je t'ai vu en 5-5 à 180 de militaires?
Pourquoi t'as spam galère contre un Japon? J'ai pas capté.
Ouais, pour moi, tu fais juste 2-3 galères et tu prends une choc et tu fais du trade de galères. Enfin, tu échanges tes galères pour.
J'avais pas de
choc
de case. La meilleure choc que j'avais, c'est celle sur le récif là.
Ouais, mais même juste, tu vois, même si tu viens devant chez moi, tu mets 2 galères, il se passe plus rien.
Avec 4
Parce
galères,
que moi je suis en terrestre et d'ailleurs la city je pensais t'allais arriver beaucoup plus tôt parce que t'as débloqué genre équitation et t'as pas lancé de poney.
ville dur.
Mais mec, tu vas voler un colon, hein.
suis d'accord, mais pour moi, en fait, je me trompe peut-être, hein, mais je serais sans doute resté sur 2 villes. J'aurais spam unit et j'aurais acheté un colon avec le rite initiatique pour aller settle une B3 après. Mais genre, juste full poney Saka dans ma gueule et ça m'empêche en fait de sortir tous mes ports, ma place, ma plateforme com et campus et tout pour que je rush le Portugal comme ça.
Peut-être que j'aurais dû rester sur 2 villes, juste prendre le Vatican. C'est peut-être.
Bon, allez, je vous fais des gros bisous.
Bisous,
Plus,
toi,
plus,
le Pokémon.
Bisous.
Merci de.
Salut, toi,
T'as
là.
vraiment un neuf.
Merci mec.
T'as bien joué, frérot. Ah, il est parti avant d'entendre un compliment, il va pleurer.
Il a besoin qu'on l'appelle, il a besoin qu'on l'appelle.
Et ouais, j'ai pas trouvé le temps de faire mes monuments. J'étais obligé de faire des galères avant parce que t'étais chez moi direct, toi, Disto. T'as une bonne temporalité, mais.
Je pense juste tu fais 2-3 galères, après t'en as perdu un peu bêtement. Mais je pense juste tu joues un peu plus défensif avec tes galères. Tu t'avances moins et tu fais tes monuments. Mais je pense surtout ce que je vous mets pas bien, c'est bah ouais, le site qui perd son colon et qui me poulirait le pas quoi.
Bah, il te met même trop bien avec les colons, ouais.
D'ailleurs, je sais pas comment. T'as pas bougé ton colon, t'as rien fait.
En fait, j'ai Shift Hunter la hutte parce qu'il y avait un Cree de l'autre côté. Et ils m'ont dit pendant que j'ai Shift Hunter qu'il fallait que je protège mon colon. Et comme un connard, j'ai dû freeze, j'ai attendu que mon tour revienne. Et pendant ce temps-là, t'as eu le temps de déclarer la guerre et prendre le colon.
Bah parce que moi, j'ai spammé pendant, je sais pas, genre toute la transition de tour pour déclarer la guerre. Et genre le tour passe, je déclare la guerre. Et je sais pas pourquoi, mon écran, tu verras si tu regardes mon replay, il est parti sur ma cape quand j'ai voulu déclarer.
Disto, on m'a dit que tu m'as fait un compliment, est-ce que tu peux le redire? J'ai pas entendu.
J'ai dit t'as bien joué, toi.
Là, tu l'avais pas dit ça, je crois, non?
Je te jure que si.
Il a dit, je suis témoin.
Il va 100%, il m'a flame.
Non, et en plus j'ai dit, ouais, ça lui fait du bien.
Va voir mon replay si tu veux.
T'avais besoin d'un petit compliment parce que t'es un mec un peu en manque de
Faut savoir que bon, quand on a appris qu'on était en stream, hein, bon, je pense le début de la game, j'invite tout le monde à regarder la draft.
Il était marrant.
Non mais pas que la draft, les discussions, c'est trop
Dracaris.
Ouais,
So I'm gonna stop it right here. We don't have a game tonight, but we do have a game tomorrow. The Small Soldiers. We're gonna have Ulysses go against Tuvimun Tsingi, if I do remember correctly. Let me actually take a look over here. By the way, beautiful picture, Salty, amazing. By the way, amazing. Yeah, we do have Ulysses going against Tuvimun Tsingi. 800 GMT. Tomorrow is gonna be the 800 GMT one. Oh my god, I thought it's today, but anyway, that's how I got mixed up at the beginning of the stream. I do want to say, of course, thank you so much for the follows. I do hope you enjoyed the stream tonight, and I do hope we're gonna see each other in the next ones as well. We do have quite 1 month to go until we're gonna get those CWC games going, and I do hope we're gonna see more and more amazing games coming up to the end of the qualifiers, coming up at the end of a lot of other tournaments. I do also want to point out, if you're coming up from YouTube, throw this video a thumbs up. I do hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, I understand it, throw it a thumbs down, so it does let me know that I need to improve. More than welcome, you're gonna be to send me a comment down below in the comment section, and you can definitely check out the description for the link to my Discord. You can actually take a look over here in my Discord for the schedule, for the upcoming schedule. I do try as soon as I get the games going to update it, so we get vision over the next week games. And of course, there are quite a few of them that are going to be played out. Thank you so much, Juicy Ekholm, for the follow. Much appreciated, sir. And of course, welcome. I do also want to say I'm gonna send you guys to Pulp. Pulp is a new streamer. She has been in the community with us for quite some time now, but she started streaming right now, and she is gonna comment in French a game from the Francophone community. It is a Division 3, but you have a lot of good advices to hear from her and from Hazagi. Hazagi is gonna be there with Pulp commenting together. So without further ado, I'm gonna turn off the stream and then go through the ending of the stream, and then I'm gonna do a raid on Pulp. So see you guys later. Have a good evening, and of course have some fun with some Civilization 6 gaming. Bye bye.